All right, so here's the package. And we're going to open it up and see what's inside. Okay, been waiting a very long time for this. All right, so we have some packs of promo cards. You have the player order cards. We have some of the loose wonder tokens. Had some extras delivered. Excellent. Tree of Wonders, which is the Wooden Tokens expansion. New Kingdoms, and this is the Mega Expansion Pack for Upon a Fable. And finally, the game itself, Upon a Fable. Hefty. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Little tricky. All right. Oh, first thing is the little flyer about Upon a Fable. This is the full color 12-page rulebook. And we have some of the realm boards. This is the player boards that are used during the game. Blank on one side, good quality. So we should have 6 of these for a 6-player game. Now some of the punchboard tokens. So this is the one that has 2 different players here, along with some deep sleep tokens. Has the followers, has the love, and has some of the ×4 tokens, which on the other side are ×5 tokens. So you can flip them over during the game. So there'll be 3 of those, showing the honor and the castles. Again, ×9 tokens, which flipped over are ×10 tokens. And then finally, the magic, which again, 2 more players, and the starting player token down here. Now we have some of the storyboards. So this here is the fixed storyboard. This is the one for a 1 or 2 player game. So it has starting player, convert a wonder, add small realm, play card, draw a card, and a magic. There's nothing up here because it's for a 1 to 2 player game, whereas this one here is for the 3 to 4 player game, and so it has all the spaces available. So that's one of the fixed ones. And then this one here is for an alternate 3-4. This is a little bit different than the other one. And then this is the board for 5 or 6 players. And then here's the Book of Tales. Now this is where the individual story cards will go. Again, this is for the short version of the game that we put in. There's nothing here. It's just a first book and a second book, where the regular version of the game has the first, second, and third Book of Tales. And I said these are the 9 spaces where you put your cards. And then we have the box. So we have 2 decks of cards here. Why don't we go ahead and open those up? Get rid of the shrink wrap. So this one here, it's a mixture of cards. So it has the some of the curse and blessing cards, the realm cards. So these are really nice texture on them. We got a coating plus a linen texture. Plus they have a core, a black core throughout the center of them. So it gives it a certain flexibility and opacity whenever you're playing. Has some of the storyboards. So as you can see, lots of different cards. We have the action summary and the scoring summary cards. We have some of those. Some dream cards. And here's some of the bonus blank cards. Now these ones here we're putting in, these are from the New Kingdom expansion, but because of the press configurations, we actually managed to put 3 bonus blank cards in. So that's something that every box is going to have, and that was a nice bonus. That's the second deck. And much the same, again, a mixture of Ever Afters, Dreams, Story Cards, Action Summaries, Realm Cards. It's really quite nice. Now this here, when you put these decks together, for storage purposes, they will fit very nicely into the box. And I'll show you that in a moment. But first I want to go over the last thing. So here's a score pad. So this is a 25-page score pad where you keep track of all the players who scored during the game, so ample ones of those. We also include some of the plastic bags, of course, so you can keep your tokens. Nice little golf pencil, previously sharpened. And as I mentioned, so this is the plastic tray that we had custom made for the game. So with this one here, there's 6 different wells where you can put in your different tokens, and I don't know if you can see it, but we actually had them rounded, the edges. So it's going to be very easy to scoop up the tokens rather than one that was square. And then we have a larger well here for the score pad. And then we have 2 ones here for the card decks. So if you have 1 deck of cards from the base game, we'll go right in and will fit nicely in the 1 well, leaving this well empty for the expansion pack that you get in the New Kingdoms. And so that'll fit in there as well. These wells can be used for the cardboard punch-out tokens or the wooden wonder tokens that come in the Tree of Wonders, and I'll open that up in a moment. And then finally, the larger well here is great for storing, as I mentioned, the score pad, but also these are the special player order cards that came from the Kickstarter campaign. It's kind of a promotional exclusive that we have. So these are nice oversized tarot cards featuring the beautiful art of Ruth Sanderson. Very, very nice. Obviously, they don't do much in the game, just to determine order at the beginning of the game, but you have you draw your order, and then they're gone for the rest of the game, and they fit nicely into this well as well. Nicely placed to store that there. So let's go ahead and open up the expansion packs now. Right, so here we have the New Kingdoms expansion. So this is the first expansion for Upon a Fable. Let's go ahead and open that up. So this is the one that allows you to not only extend the game for anyone with an extra deck of cards, but also this has components for 7 to 8 players if you want to have a really big game Upon a Fable. So it handles that quite well. Once again, featuring the beautiful art of Ruth Sanderson. Once again, flyer. Now the extra rule sheet that explains a little bit about the additional rules we have for the 2 different card types. And just talks a little bit about those as well as the extra story spaces that we have. So we have 1 punch token with 2 different colors and some extra tokens here for the 7-8 player pack. And then here's a special board. Now this one here is the storyboard for the 7 players. And you can see it has the 15 spaces. And then on the back, if you're playing for 8 players, this actually goes up to 18 spaces. So lots of different options here. It expands according to the number of players you have. We have 2 extra realm boards, of course, for the 2 extra players. And then another double deck of cards. And these ones here, I'll just give them a quick open up. So these ones are marked a little bit differently. You see the New Kingdom logo in the bottom, the red logo, so you know which cards are which. Once again, they have a variety of different cards, including the new Enchantment Cards, which are the yellow ones. So these are the ones that add a little bit more interactivity to the game. Some extra blank ones, and again, these were the extra ones that we put in the base game because we had some room on the press sheets. Now we only used a cardboard insert for the New Kingdom expansion, of course, because we have the larger plastic insert that all of these expansion cards are going to fit right in that second well, right here. So we have enough room for those, plus the bonus. This is a pack of 6 promotional cards that are going to be given away at conventions and were for the Kickstarter. Once again, has I'm having a little trouble focusing. has a logo down the bottom, a little K logo from the Kickstarter. So these were designed specifically for promotional use. And they can fit nicely in the box there as well. Finally, Tree of Wonders. Now this here is the second expansion. This is the Wooden Tokens expansion. So not necessary to play the game because we include everything you need in the base games, but it is quite nice. So once you have the wooden tokens, you don't really want to go back to the cardboard. A little tight. All right. Now this again features the art of Ruth Sanderson throughout the whole game, and of course it was Jeff McIntosh who was the graphic designer and the art director for the whole project. He did a fantastic job. Really took Ruth's art and did a great job with it. So inside, once again, we get the information flyer. And then we have 3 different bags. The one bag were the ones that came through from the Kickstarter, some of the stretch goals that we ended up including. And this is the starting player crown and the deep sleep token. So you have a large crown here, and then 5 moons, which are the deep sleep. And they'll fit in nicely into there. Then we have the bag of wonders. And the wonders are the resources that you collect during the game. So you have the bag of there's the shields, the purple shields, which is the honor. We have the brown meeples, which are the followers. We have the gray castles. We have the red hearts, which are the love. And of course, the white tokens, the stars, which is magic. And all of these, once again, will fit nicely into that container. If you want to take them out of the bag, you can keep them in there permanently, or you can keep them in the bag between games if you want to. And then when you're playing, when you're reaching in and grabbing them, it's really easy to grab them because of the nice curved surface. They'll come into your hand really easy and go back in. So there's room for all the different wonders in here. That's why we created one with the 6 different wells. And they'll go inside. And then finally, the last bag in the Tree of Wonders. These are the Fable meeples. These are the player tokens. And of course, because the expansion can have up to 8 players, we actually include 8 different colors. So you got your orange, black, yellow, sky blue, kind of a navy blue, forest green, a nice pink, and these ones here are the unpainted. You notice the dragon has a black edges. I don't know if you can see that. Let's take it out of the bag. With the unpainted ones, you can really get to see the wood texture on them. And as I said, with the dragon, it has the black edges because it was laser cut. So that's actually burn marks right on the wood, which the ones that are painted, you can't notice that. So there's 6 that you'd need for each one. And they can be kept in bags and put into the bigger well, or you can put them in the smaller wells if you want to keep the wonders in here. It's kind of your choice, but there's lots of room in the bag. So let me just go through and show you the different wonders that or the different fables that we have and the 6 different shapes. So here we have the maiden, which is kind of like it could be the princess, could be a Little Red Riding Hood. We have the wolf with Howling Wolf. This one here is with the crown is the king with, no, this is the queen because it has skirts, so no dividing line. Where this is the king, you can tell he has pants on. And then here is the dragon. And those are the 6 different characters that you use during the game, and everyone will have a set of the same 6 in the color of choice. And as I mentioned, all 3 of the products, everything fits into one box. And then when you take your realm boards, you take the storyboards. You won't need the punch boards, of course, because you'll be using those. So we got the 6, 7, 8 realm boards. We got the 4 different storyboards, plus the rulebook, plus the New Kingdom expansion rulebook. Put them in the box. And they all fit perfectly in the one box. Nice and hefty. Beautifully designed. Designed for the gamer in mind to keep everything in one box. Thanks so much for all the Kickstarter backers for helping it launch. You'll be seeing it at retail stores. That's Upon a Fable.